Don't let him move in. You've heard it before. Don't let her move in. You've heard it before. Please don't think for a minute I am siding up with the men. I'm not siding up with the ladies. We just talking about human nature and relating to one another. And we should be able to come together sometimes to have a dialogue. But I'm going to tell y'all, if they cannot get a place in their name, potentially along with your name, if they cannot add value of adding their income along with your income, if they cannot add value with being a helpmate, you got to be careful with that. When we say a helpmate, okay, maybe they don't have a job at the time, but can they add value? Now, don't look at it like I'm looking for a maid at the time. I am looking for a caregiver, depending on what the circumstances are. Because some people are straight up looking for one person to do it all and will let them do it all. But life works in different cycles. The heart can be deceiving. So depending on where you're at in life, please be aware if people have something to lose. Now, if there is a person that exists, and when I say they ain't got nothing to their name, along with no empathy, with no having a narcissistic side, being controlling, they will not accept help to get ahead, to have the basic shelter in place, to have respectful ways about themselves, to know how to color up words to make things sound so flowery. If they have this extensive record and is still not trying to turn things around to be a helpful person, if they are into scams and conning people, pay attention. A lot of times, our first loves are our parents. A lot of times, our first loves are our parents. How do they treat their parents? What type of relationship do they have with their elders? What type of relationship do they have with their siblings, cousins, aunts, uncles? It's important. Life, how do they speak about life? Is everything somebody else's fault versus them taking accountability? Do they color things up like, we can do this, I can do this, you got kids, I can be involved in their life? Watch over your kids. Let me say that, period. Men, watch over your kids. If you are raising your kids, if you have involvement in your kids, custody of your kid, watch over your kids. Women, same thing. Watch over your kids with who you let in your home. Because it seems like there is a fog sometimes over people's mind that just takes over for wanting a piece of a person to come in. And if they are, let's say that individual is bringing in a family of one, a family of two, like if they have kids, be aware, be mindful. Are these kids respectful? Have they been trained? Is the mother, father, guardian going to let them not only run over you, your house, run over them, the parent? Because when it's like an uncontrollable situation, before you know it, you'll be the one on the outside. Don't think it can happen. Let it happen. Let it come into your environment and be a disturbance. That's why you have to know already who you are, what you will and will not tolerate mentally. It can work on you physically. You'll be, my doctor's appointment. Oh, when was that? I was supposed to have gotten a refill. Well, when was that? You at the doctor's office discussing things at the wrong appointment. When was it physically? You're supposed to have been at the gym working out, but you tied up trying to watch over things at your house because things are crumbling from the rooftop down to the floor. The furniture is being wore out. You got big kids walking on your furniture that should know how to have a seat. You got big kids acting like the beds in the house is a bungee jump parade of a circus. Be careful who you let in. Mentally, it can drive you in a whole nother, thinking you can discipline somebody else's kid. Nah, it don't work like that. You do that, look, they've been turned against you and whoever the guardian is in the process. Don't you think you gonna speak up? Know what's up. Know what's up before you allow that. Now, everything in life works in a type of a season. Once you pay attention and you're not brain fog on just being captivated by the outside, not being captivated on potentially how much they make or what their game talk is. Well, once I get, secure with my job, I got this situation coming up. Now, I already said, depending on how they treat their parents, they said, now, if this person does have kids, pay attention to that as well. What makes you think a part of someone that individual helped to bring forth? Now, I know it's different circumstances, but talking under the pretense of maybe there was a relationship at one time, maybe they was married to that person, whatever the circumstances was that they decided on to have that child and have nothing whatsoever to do with them as time has progressed. Pay attention to that. Because if someone can intentionally, because sometimes you got to walk into things with intent. Be intent on being mindful. But they just done turn a blind eye. What makes you think they can't just turn a blind eye on you? Here you done purchase things in your name because he want to be a rapper today. She want to be a fashion designer today. And it didn't work out. It's supposed to be coming to pass. I'm expecting this email to come through. Look, sometimes you have to just go ahead and save. Go ahead, find the correct 9-to-5 job that works for you until you can fuel that dream that you speak of. As life continues to pass by, time is the most precious thing that you sometimes cannot get back. Don't avoid what has been set forth in you as a child. Don't avoid that. Sometimes we'll sit up here, we know the way, we know the truth, we know the light. But sometimes people will get so caught up in somebody else's truth, somebody else's life, somebody else's way, and avoid any and everything possible that did make sense in order to be in a relationship, in order to have that person to move in just to say or play the role, I'm in a relationship, knowing good and well things is turned upside down. When you absolutely know that you got the one, I know sometimes things don't always work out, but in that moment, if you know you absolutely got the one and that work is being put in, because it takes work and it's not one-sided. At any given moment, things can flip. Always have yourself secure. How do you have yourself secured? Know who you are and whose you are and what type of life you have designed for yourself. Basic principles. Love yourself. That's for everybody. Love yourself. Respect yourself. What you will and will not tolerate. And that can be done in decency and in order. It is a process to this. Everyone is not for you just because they have a smile. Everyone is not for you just because of the color of their eyes, the texture of their hair, their complexion, their beautiful softness of their skin, the way they're shaped, what muscles they possess, their conversation, the waves, the brush waves, how they run their fingers through their hair. Selling a dream. Read through all that. This is life. There's a hammer that exists. It's a foundation that has to be laid. A hammer can either build up the foundation or it can tear the foundation apart. Don't be moving everybody in. Get to know them. And definitely if you're already seeing signs of, I just done fell on hard times. If you can just go ahead and, give me a place to stay. Yeah, sometimes that motivation done got so tired out. It ain't no gas to give the situation. And you know what? If it don't work out with you, they gonna be on to the next. These are the games men play, women play. People do play games. They will take your mind sometimes, at least will try, and turn you against your own family just because they done turned their backs on theirs. People will sit up here and sell you a whole dream and think y'all about to be multi-millionaires in the process, and things ain't went nowhere for them. Again, what happened to just getting back to basics? Back to basics. Don't be fooled, because people are coming. People are coming. They not always for the right thing. They will try to destroy what you already have built up. Family values. Who you are, whose you are. Your family life. You as a person. Your self-esteem. It does matter. People will get upset just because of who you tuning in, even on YouTube, because they know that person is speaking life into people's situations and possibly sharing their stories to be of help to somebody else. 20s can be tricky. You got some people be out here looking like the plan is already laid out. Who got that Section 8? Who got, let me move in, do what they do. Who got that Section 8? Who got that affordable housing? Everybody's situation is unique for what situations that they have been involved in for whatever reason. But you don't want somebody that's just straight up using you. That's not what life is supposed to be about. Can we build together? Can we do it the right way? Can we get it together? And to what extreme? Because some people are trying to just risk it all just to have however many zeros behind their names. And then when it all comes crumbling down, sometimes there we go with that deuces. Just be careful. Just it's not difficult, but it can be difficult if we make it difficult.